Just drive. The week had its hands on me by about Tuesday noon. So I got in the car quietly and pointed it toward the dune. The coast road never judges what you bring through the door. Just opens up the window, gives you something more. Something in the salt air does the thing that nothing else can. Clears out all the corners of a very busy plan that forgot to leave room for the version of me that breathes. Saltwater fix is everything I need. Something in the ocean air is doing all the heavy lifting. Something in the afternoon has all my thinking shifting. From the tight and the relentless to the open and the blue. Saltwater fix is long overdue. Ooh, breathe it out. Windows all the way down. Everything I carried in is lighter outbound. Keep on driving, keep on breathing to the edge of things. Saltwater fix is what the ocean brings. I pulled over at the lookout with nobody else around and sat there in the salt wind till I found the lost and found version of myself that the week had buried deep. Saltwater fix is the only cure I keep. Something in the salt air does the thing that nothing else can. Clears out all the corners of a very busy plan that forgot to leave room for the version of me that breathes. Saltwater fix is everything I need. Something in the ocean air is doing all the heavy lifting. Something in the afternoon has all my thinking shifting. From the tight and the relentless to the open and the blue. Saltwater fix is long overdue. Half step up, new key arrives. Everything feels a little more alive. The coast does this every single time. Gives back the version of you that you thought you'd left behind. Something in the ocean air is doing all the heavy lifting. Something in the afternoon has all my thinking shifting. From the tight and the relentless to the open and the blue. Saltwater fix was always here for me and you. And I'll be back next week when the weight comes back around. Because the saltwater fix is the best thing I have found. For the version of the week that gets too heavy to hold. Saltwater fix, worth every coastal road. Just drive, yeah. Breathe it out, windows down. Saltwater fix, always here. Just breathe. I didn't tell anyone where I was going. Just filled the tank and let the coastline start showing through the gaps between the buildings as the city fell behind. Something in the blue ahead was clearing out my mind. The radio found something that I hadn't heard in months, and I turned it up completely on the very first chorus, because the road and the music and the salt coming through the glass were doing something together that I needed to last. Everything I left behind me gets smaller in the mirror. Every mile of open coastline makes the afternoon feel clearer, and the blue between the sky and the water up ahead is the only destination that I needed instead. The blue between the sky and the sea is doing something good to me. Everything that had its grip on me is somewhere I can't see. From here on this coastal road with the window all the way down, the blue between is the best thing I have found. Ooh, breathe it in, let the afternoon work. Everything the week left on you, starting to unhook. Keep on driving, keep on breathing, all the way to blue. The blue between was always here for you. I pulled over for a minute at a lookout past the town, and just sat there in the silence with the windows all the way down, watching the blue between things do its very specific work of reminding me that somewhere underneath all the hurt of the ordinary week is the version of me that knows that the blue between the sky and sea is everywhere she goes when she needs it, and she finds it on a coastal afternoon. The blue between, arriving not too soon. Everything I left behind me gets smaller in the mirror. Every mile of open coastline makes the afternoon feel clearer, and the blue between the sky and the water up ahead is the only destination that I needed instead. The blue between the sky and the sea is doing something good to me. Everything that had its grip on me is somewhere I can't see. From here on this coastal road with the window all the way down, the blue between is the best thing I have found. Ooh, breathe it in, let the afternoon work. Everything the week left on you, starting to unhook. Keep on driving, keep on breathing, all the way to blue. The blue between was always here for you. The afternoon was golden when I finally reached the shore, and I sat there with the engine off, not wanting anything more than the blue between the sky and sea and the salt upon my skin. The blue between is where I've always been, just the sound of waves and the wind through the glass, just the blue ahead of me and nothing from the past following me here on this coastal afternoon. Just the blue between, not a moment too soon. Blue between the sky and the sea is doing something good to me. Everything that had its grip on me is somewhere I can't see. From here on this coastal road with the window all the way down, the blue between is the best thing I have found. And I drove until the blue wasn't everything I knew, and the version of me that left this morning felt like someone new. On the other side is something that the coastline helped me through. The blue between was always me and you. Just breathe, ooh yeah. The blue between the sky and the sea, window all the way down, always here for you. without thinking at the bottom of the hill. Left the city in the rear view, left the calendar and the bills. The radio found something that I hadn't heard in years. And somewhere on the coastal road, the world just disappeared. The windows all the way down, and the air is doing something to my hair and to my thinking that the city never does. Salt on my skin already, and I haven't left the car, just the coast road and the afternoon, just exactly where we are. Nothing on my agenda, nothing on my mind. Everything I left behind me is already hard to find. The further that I drive now, the lighter that I feel. Salt on my skin is the only thing that's real. Salt on my skin, wind in my hair. Everything I needed was already there. On the other side of the city, on the other side of the week. Salt on my skin is everything I seek. Ooh, coastal road taking me somewhere. Everything is easier when the salt's in the air. Keep on driving, keep on breathing through the afternoon. Salt on my skin, not a moment too soon. I pulled over at a lookout that had no other cars, and sat there with the engine off, looking past the bars of everything I'd built up in the months before today. Salt on my skin, already washing it away. The ocean doesn't know me, and somehow that's the point. In a world where everything I do is noted and anointed with meaning and with consequence, the ocean just exists. Salt on my skin is all it takes for this. Nothing on my agenda, nothing on my mind. Everything I left behind me is already hard to find. The further that I drive now, the lighter that I feel. Salt on my skin is the only thing that's real. Salt on my skin, wind in my hair. Everything I needed was already there. On the other side of the city, on the other side of the week. Salt on my skin is everything I seek. Ooh, coastal road taking me somewhere. Everything is easier when the salt's in the air. Keep on driving, keep on breathing through the afternoon. Salt on my skin, not a moment too soon. I don't know what time it is, and I don't really care. The afternoon is golden, the salt is everywhere. And something in the driving through the coastal afternoon reminds me who I was before the world got in the room. Don't turn around yet, the sea has more to say. Some conversations only happen on a coastal afternoon this way, and I want every word of it before the sun goes down. Salt on my skin, best feeling I have found. Salt on my skin, wind in my hair. Everything I needed was already there. On the other side of the city, on the other side of the week. Salt on my skin is everything I seek. And I am so much lighter than I was this morning here. Everything I carried is dissolving in the air of a coastal afternoon that I almost didn't take. Salt on my skin, best decision I could make. Salt on my skin, yeah, wind in my hair. Just the road and the sea. Salt on my skin, everything I need. Ooh, blue horizon. The GPS gave up somewhere around the third junction back, and I kept driving anyway, right off the beaten track. Because the blue of the horizon was the only sign I need. Blue horizon pulling me toward the sea. The road narrowed into something that the map had never named, and the ocean came in closer than I'd carefully planned. And everything about it felt exactly like it should. Blue horizon, better than I understood. Chase the line where the sky meets the water out ahead. Everything I was running from is somewhere else instead. And the blue of the horizon keeps on moving as I drive. Blue horizon, making me feel alive. Blue horizon, always just ahead of me. Blue horizon, everything I wanna be is somewhere past the point where the sky meets the sea. Blue horizon, that's where I wanna be. Ooh, keep on chasing that line of blue. Everything worth having is somewhere new. Keep on driving, keep on reaching for the open sky. Blue horizon, never asking why. I found a stretch of coastline that had nobody on it, and drove along beside it like I'd always somehow known it. Was waiting for this version of me that needed space. Blue horizon is the most familiar face. The clouds were doing something with the light above the water that made everything look painted like it probably shouldn't be that beautiful on a Tuesday in the middle of the year. Blue horizon, glad that I came. Here's the line where the sky meets the water out ahead. Everything I was running from is somewhere else instead. And the blue of the horizon keeps on moving as I drive. Blue horizon, making me feel alive. Blue horizon, always just ahead of me. Blue horizon, everything I wanna be is somewhere past the point where the sky meets the sea. Blue horizon, that's where I wanna be. Ooh, keep on chasing that line of blue. Everything worth having is somewhere new. Keep on driving, keep on reaching for the open sky. Blue horizon, never asking why. The sun is getting lower and the blue is turning gold, and I've been driving long enough to finally be told by something in the evening that the answer isn't far. Blue horizon is exactly where you are. Don't let it disappear yet. The horizon has more left. Some things you only understand when you're chasing with your breath. The line between the possible and everything you've known. Blue horizon is how you find your way home. Blue horizon, always just ahead of me. Blue horizon, everything I wanna be is somewhere past the point where the sky meets the sea. Blue horizon, that's where I wanna be. And I have been so many things on this coastal afternoon, but the one that felt the truest was the one I found a new one. Chasing down the horizon of a life I wanna live. Blue horizon, that's everything I give. Blue horizon, ooh yeah. Blue horizon, always just ahead. Keep on chasing. Blue horizon, that's where I wanna be. Just be here. I didn't wanna talk about it with anyone today. Didn't wanna be asked if I was gonna be okay, because I didn't know the answer, and the question makes it worse. The ocean doesn't ask me anything, which is why I got in the car first. The coast road never questions the reason that you came. It just sits there being coastal, treating everyone the same, with its very specific offering of salt and light and blue. The ocean doesn't ask, it just does what oceans do. There are people who are wonderful who ask because they care. And sometimes what you need is something that was always there, without the asking and the answering, without the back and forth. The ocean doesn't ask, and that is everything it's worth. The ocean doesn't ask me how I'm doing or what's wrong. The ocean doesn't need me to explain where I belong. On the spectrum of okay, it just offers up the view. The ocean doesn't ask, and I needed that from you. Ooh, just be here, no questions on the table. Everything I couldn't say, the afternoon was able to receive without an answer, without a follow-up. The ocean doesn't ask, and that was more than enough. I cried a little somewhere on the second mile of coast, not because of anything specific, but because the most accumulated ordinary weight of a particular stretch of weeks. The ocean doesn't ask, but it hears what the heart speaks. And I let it do its thing while I drove along beside it. The crying and the coast road both decided to provide it, that specific combination of being seen without the seeing. The ocean doesn't ask, and that's the best kind of being. There are people who are wonderful who ask because they care. And sometimes what you need is something that was always there, without the asking and the answering, without the back and forth. The ocean doesn't ask, and that is everything it's worth. The ocean doesn't ask me how I'm doing or what's wrong. The ocean doesn't need me to explain where I belong. On the spectrum of okay, it just offers up the view. The ocean doesn't ask, and I needed that from you. Ooh, just be here, no questions on the table. Everything I couldn't say, the afternoon was able to receive without an answer, without a follow-up. The ocean doesn't ask, and that was more than enough. By the time I reached the water, something had settled into place. Not the answer to the question, just a little more space between the thing and me to breathe around it for a while. The ocean doesn't ask, just offers up the mile after mile of blue, and the afternoon and salt, and the very specific mercy of existing without fault in the eyes of something ancient that has seen it all before. The ocean doesn't ask, and that's what I drove here for. No one asking, no one waiting, just the afternoon and the waves creating space around the thing that had no room to breathe. The ocean doesn't ask, and I needed that relief. The ocean doesn't ask me how I'm doing or what's wrong. The ocean doesn't need me to explain where I belong. On the spectrum of okay, it just offers up the view. The ocean doesn't ask, and I needed that from you. And I drove back into the world a little more intact than the version that had left it on a coastal out and back, because the ocean gave me something that the questions never could. The ocean doesn't ask, and I knew it always would. Just be here. Ooh, yeah, no questions, just the ocean and the afternoon. The ocean doesn't ask, and that was everything. Wide open. The building stopped somewhere around the third exit back, and the sky came flooding in from every side of the track, like it had been waiting patiently for the city to end. wide open above me, around every single bend. The road was running straight for the first time in an hour, and something in the flatness had an unexpected power of making everything feel possible in a way the city forgot. Wide open sky is exactly what I got. You don't realize how small the sky gets in a city until you drive beyond the edges and it opens without pity. For the weeks you spend inside it, looking up at very little. Wide open sky is the answer to the riddle. Something about the sky when the buildings stop. Something about the way the horizon doesn't drop into concrete and into glass, but just keeps going free. Something about the open sky was waiting here for me. Ooh, wide and blue, stretching either way. Everything the city blocked is coming out to play. Keep on driving, keep on watching the sky do what it does. Wide open above me, the way it always was. A cloud was doing something architectural overhead, and I watched it for a while from the inside of my head, which had stopped its usual running of the list and the to-do. Wide open sky was something to look through, into the kind of thinking that is space to breathe and slow, and find the things that matter underneath the things I know I'm supposed to be concerned with on a very normal week. Wide open sky is the quiet that I seek. You don't realize how small the sky gets in a city until you drive beyond the edges and it opens without pity. For the weeks you spend inside it, looking up at very little. Wide open sky is the answer to the riddle. Something about the sky when the buildings stop. Something about the way the horizon doesn't drop into concrete and into glass, but just keeps going free. Something about the open sky was waiting here for me. Wider now, the sky is more to give. Wider now, this is how to live. Every cloud a different shape, every mile a different view. Wider now, going all the way through. Open it, all the way to blue. Open it, the sky is breaking through. Every cloud and every gray that the city kept in place. Open it, all the sky, all this space. And then the coast appears below the edge of all that sky, and everything connects at once without me asking why. The sky and the ocean and the road between the two, and the version of me sitting exactly in the view of something that the city had been keeping out of sight for the weeks of ordinary before this afternoon of light. The sky came back completely the way it always does when the buildings stop appearing and the road becomes because. Something about the sky when the buildings stop. Something about the way the horizon doesn't drop into concrete and into glass, but just keeps going free. Something about the open sky was waiting here for me. And I drove under that open sky until the coast appeared, and everything I'd carried in the weeks had finally cleared into the specific blue of an afternoon like this. Something about the open sky is everything I miss. Yeah. before I left the driveway and told the calendar it could wait until Friday, because today I have exactly nowhere to be except this coast road and the afternoon and me. The to-do list on the counter was extensive and specific, and I left it there completely, which was genuinely terrific, because the coast road doesn't care about the things I haven't done. Nowhere to be under the afternoon sun. Nobody needs an answer from me for the next few hours. Nobody needs a version of me that isn't ours. The one that shows up rested, the one that found the shore. Nowhere to be is what I needed more. Nowhere to be is the best place I have been. Nowhere to be is the clearest I have seen in weeks of being somewhere for someone every day. Nowhere to be is everything okay. Ooh, no agenda, no one waiting on a reply. Everything that needed doing can wave the afternoon goodbye. Keep on driving, keep on being. Nowhere in particular. Nowhere to be is everything spectacular. The guilt arrived somewhere around the second junction, and I acknowledged it politely without giving it a function. In this particular afternoon that had nothing on the schedule, nowhere to be is the best kind of sequel to a week that had me scheduled into every available slot, and I gave it everything that I genuinely had got until the tank hit somewhere that needed a refill. Nowhere to be is how I find the will. Nobody needs an answer from me for the next few hours. Nobody needs a version of me that isn't ours. The one that shows up rested, the one that found the shore. Nowhere to be is what I needed more. Nowhere to be is the best place I have been. Nowhere to be is the clearest I have seen in weeks of being somewhere for someone every day. Nowhere to be is everything okay. Ooh, no agenda, no one waiting on a reply. Everything that needed doing can wave the afternoon goodbye. Keep on driving, keep on being. Nowhere in particular. Nowhere to be is everything spectacular. The afternoon gave back to me in coastal miles and salt air what the week had taken quietly without me being aware of how much I'd been giving to everything but this. Nowhere to be is what I always miss. No notifications, no calendar alerts, nothing that is waiting, nothing that still hurts from the week that just kept going until the coast road intervened. Nowhere to be is the best I've ever been. Nowhere to be is the best place I have been. Nowhere to be is the clearest I've seen in weeks of being somewhere for someone every day. Nowhere to be is everything okay. And I drove back into somewhere with a different kind of fool, the kind that comes from nowhere, and the coastal pull of an afternoon that asked for nothing and gave back everything. Nowhere to be is my favorite offering. Nowhere to be, no agenda, just the coast road and me. everything okay? Something different today. I wore the good sunglasses for the coastal afternoon, the ones I save for occasions that feel worthy of them soon. And something about the gesture of dressing for the drive made the whole thing feel intentional, like I decided to arrive at something worth the effort of the good pair in the road. The coast road has a dress code that I chose to follow today, with the window all the way down and the good pair catching light blue edit of an afternoon that got everything exactly right. Some afternoons deserve the better version of yourself, the one that left the ordinary sitting on the shelf and drove the coast road wearing something worth the occasion. Blue edit is my favorite translation. Something about the way the afternoon is sitting today, something in the light and the blue along the way has the quality of something worth dressing up to meet. Something about the afternoon is making everything complete. Ooh, the good sunglasses catching coastal light. Everything about the drive is getting everything right. Keep on driving, keep on wearing the occasion on your face. Blue edit of the afternoon is the most sophisticated place. The playlist was the curated one, not the one I use for mornings, but the one I save for evenings that arrive without their warnings of being something special in the ordinary week. Blue edit is the quality I seek. Everything felt considered in the most effortless way, the kind of afternoon that happens when you simply let it stay at the level it deserves without pushing it too hard. Blue edit of the coast road, playing every card. Some afternoons deserve the better version of yourself, the one that left the ordinary sitting on the shelf and drove the coast road wearing something worth the occasion. Blue edit is my favorite translation. Something about the way the afternoon is sitting today, something in the light and the blue along the way has the quality of something worth dressing up to meet. Something about the afternoon is making everything complete. Half step higher, the light gets richer. Everything about the afternoon gets slightly more exquisite in the way that good things do when you give them proper room. Blue edit of the coast road on a sophisticated afternoon. Something about the way the afternoon is sitting today, something in the light and the blue along the way has the quality of something worth dressing up to meet. Something about the afternoon is making everything complete. And I drove the coast road in the good pair all the way and arrived at the water at the end of the most specific day of blue and light and something that deserved a better version. Blue edit of the afternoon was worth every single excursion. Something different today. Ooh, yeah. The good sunglasses, coastal light, blue edit, worth dressing up for. Getting closer. The city's in the mirror, getting smaller by the mile, and something in my shoulders has been dropping for a while. The road is getting quieter and the sky is getting wide. Something different in the air, coming through the side of the window all the way down since the second junction back. Everything about this afternoon is getting on the right track of the version of me that needed exactly this today. Getting closer to something blue is already on its way. The fields are doing something with the light that cities keep locked away behind the buildings where the afternoons all sleep. Out here the road to somewhere blue and open wide is the best part of the whole ride. Every mile between the city and the water up ahead, every mile between the office and the afternoon instead is a mile that's doing something to the way I carried out. Every mile getting closer is what today is all about. Ooh, the blue is coming through everything I drove toward right there in view. Keep on going, keep on breathing through the last few miles. Every mile forward makes everything worthwhile. The sign said 8 miles and I smiled at nobody because 8 miles to the ocean is a very small body of distance between the person that I was this morning and the one arriving shortly at the water without warning of how good it would feel to have the coast in sight and the window all the way down and everything feeling right in the way that city mornings never quite allow. 8 miles to the water and I'm getting there right now. The fields are doing something with the light that cities keep locked away behind the buildings where the afternoons all sleep. Out here the road to somewhere blue and open wide is the best part of the whole ride. Every mile between the city and the water up ahead, every mile between the office and the afternoon instead is a mile that's doing something to the way I carried out. Every mile getting closer is what today is all about. Faster now, the coast is getting close. Faster now, the city barely shows in the mirror anymore. The road is opening wide. Faster now, everything's on my side. Push it, 8 miles, 4 miles, 2. Push it, the ocean's coming through. Everything I left behind is falling off my back. Push it, I'm not going back. And then the road settles down like a long exhale. The coast appears around the bend and I let the quiet sail back into the afternoon, the way it always does when the water finally shows and everything just was exactly what it needed to be on a day like this. The coast road gave me back everything I missed about the version of myself that shows up at the shore. The road settles down and I don't need anything more. Every mile between the city and the water up ahead, every mile between the office and the afternoon instead is a mile that's doing something to the way I carried out. Every mile getting closer is what today is all about. And when the ocean finally appeared around the last bend in the road, I understood completely why I carried all that load all the way to the edge of things and then the rest of the way through. Every mile getting closer was a mile worth driving to. Getting closer. Yeah. The blue is coming through. Last few miles, window all the way down. Worth every single one. That specific color. There's a color that only happens at the coast around 2. when the light hits the water at a very specific blue that no photograph has captured and no paint has ever matched. The color of the afternoon is where I'm always attached to the version of the world that the coast road gives back, when the city and its grayness has been pulling me off track for the weeks and all their business that forget this color exists. The color of the afternoon is what I always miss. You can't describe it to someone who hasn't stood there too. The particular quality of light at a coastal afternoon too. It asks for nothing back, just offers up the hue. The color of the afternoon was made for me and you. Something in the light here that the city never has. Something in the afternoon that cuts right through the jazz of everything demanding and arrives at something true. Something in the color of the coastal afternoon blue. Ooh, that specific light too. In the afternoon, everything the week took coming back too soon. Keep on standing, keep on watching the color change and breathe. The color of the afternoon is all I'll ever need. I try to take a photo for about the fourth time running and gave up on the fifth because the light kept on becoming something different every second, and the second just before. The color of the afternoon is impossible to store, so I put the phone away and just stood there instead, with the color of the afternoon going straight into my head in a way that only happens when you let it do its work. The color of the afternoon is worth every moment it took. You can't describe it to someone who hasn't stood there too. The particular quality of light at a coastal afternoon too. It asked for nothing back, just offers up the hue. The color of the afternoon was made for me and you. Something in the light here that the city never has. Something in the afternoon that cuts right through the jazz of everything demanding and arrives at something true. Something in the color of the coastal afternoon blue. Half step higher, the color deepens. Everything about the afternoon gets more and more and steepens into something that the words were never built to hold. The color of the afternoon is worth more than gold. Something in the light here that the city never has. Something in the afternoon that cuts right through the jazz of everything demanding and arrives at something true. Something in the color of the coastal afternoon blue. And I drove back into the city, carrying that color home, in the way that the afternoon goes wherever you go, when you stood there long enough to let it all the way in. The color of the afternoon under my skin. That specific color, ooh yeah, too. In the afternoon, coastal blue. The color of the afternoon, always under my skin. it at a pace that let me feel it fully. The slow curve of a coastal road is something worth respecting, with the window all the way down and the afternoon reflecting off the water down below in a very specific way that the slow curve of the headland only gives to those who stay below. The speed that rushes past the thing worth seeing. Slow curve is where I find my being. Some corners are worth taking at a pace that lets you breathe. Some headlands deserve the slow approach of someone who believes that the curve itself is the destination, not just the road beyond. The slow curve is where I'm most fond. The slow curve of the coast road around the afternoon headland. The slow curve of the light on the water and the land between the ordinary Tuesday and the version that it gives. The slow curve of the coast road is exactly where I live. Ooh, take it slowly, let the curve do its work. Everything worth finding lies just past the quirk of the corner that deserves a pace below the usual. Slow curve is the most beautiful. The car behind me waited for the passing point ahead, and I didn't rush the headland for the car behind instead, because some curves are worth the patience of the person taking them. Slow curve worth every quiet moment then, and the view that opened after was the kind that earns the time of a person who had taken every corner of the climb to the headland at a pace that let the afternoon arrive. Slow curve of the coast road keeping me alive. Some corners are worth taking at a pace that lets you breathe. Some headlands deserve the slow approach of someone who believes that the curve itself is the destination, not just the road beyond. Slow curve is where I'm most fond. The slow curve of the coast road around the afternoon headland. The slow curve of the light on the water and the land between the ordinary Tuesday and the version that it gives. The slow curve of the coast road is exactly where I live. Half step higher, the curve gets wider. Everything about the headland gets a little brighter into something worth the slowness of the approach I chose. Slow curve is how the afternoon goes. The slow curve of the coast road around the afternoon headland. The slow curve of the light on the water and the land between the ordinary Tuesday and the version that it gives. The slow curve of the coast road is exactly where I live, and I took every curve at the pace it deserved and arrived at the water with every single nerve settled into something that the rush never gives. The slow curve of the coast road is exactly where I live. Take it slow, yeah, slow curve ahead, let it open up. The coast road worth every slow mile. Almost there. The sign said 5 miles, and I pressed a little harder, because 5 miles between me and the ocean is no border worth respecting at the speed that the afternoon demands. Coasting 5 right into my hands. The road was running downhill towards something blue and wide, and everything behind me was enjoying the ride of being left behind completely in the rear view, going small. Coasting 5 is the best sign of them all. 5 miles is nothing when the ocean is the end. 5 miles is everything round every single bend that reveals another all. Almost there. The blue is coming through. Everything I drove toward is right ahead in view. Keep on pushing, keep on going. The last 5 miles are best. Coasting 5. Forget about the rest. The smell arrived before the sight, the way it always does. And something in the salt air did everything it was built to do to someone who had needed it all week. Coasting 5 is the only thing I seek. The road curve left and open to the most specific view of the ocean in the afternoon, and it's very specific blue. And I said something out loud to absolutely nobody. Coasting 5 was right in front of me. 5 miles is nothing when the ocean is the end. 5 miles is everything round every single bend. That reveals another stretch of almost being there. Coasting 5, salt already in the air. 5 miles to the water, and I've got the window down. 5 miles to the water, and I've already left the town behind in the rear view where it's getting very small. 5 miles to the water was the best sign of them all. Half step higher, the coast gets closer. Everything about the last 5 miles gets warmer and grosser in the best possible way of salt and sun and speed. Coasting 5 is everything I need. 5 miles to the water, and I've got the window down. 5 miles to the water, and I've already left the town behind in the rear view where it's getting very small. 5 miles to the water was the best sign of them all. And when the ocean finally appeared around the last bend in the road, everything I'd driven through to get here with my load was worth every single mile of the afternoon and then some. Coasting 5 is where the best days come from.